You're tuned into news across the galaxy, where they talk all things LA Galaxy with the Nag Boys. Let's start nagging.
Live. I never
Never.
want to hear country music or fucking drink whiskey again.
Oof.
Bullshit.
Salud.
Cheers. Oh, there's ducks in here too.
Brian, that was supposed to be a shot.
I'm sipping. Fuck that.
Welcome to News Across the Galaxy, where we talk all things LA Galaxy. My name's Eddie. As always, I got Brian.
What up?
We got Chewy over there.
Hey, what up, what up?
Just barely alive, but he's here. And we got Edgar. Edgar, what up, Edgar?
I'm frozen again.
Oh, my
Let
God.
it go. Let it
My new
go.
reality, man.
Chewy work on it right now. He was
Yeah.
supposed to, but
What's
Yeah.
up, guys?
what's up?
Edgar and I miss you guys this weekend.
We don't even remember you guys.
Actually, I actually want to give a shout out to everybody that tuned in to our Twitter space. Shout out to Edgar for coming up with the idea. We didn't think we were going to go have a live show this weekend, which we didn't. And I didn't think we were going to do one today. So we had a little space on Twitter. Lewis from Eddie's House joined us.
Shit.
So
Oh, no
shout
way.
out to Lewis too. Yeah.
That's what's up.
Gave us 2 cents.
Nice.
The homie Anthony that plays with us on Sundays tuned in as well, gave us his 2 cents on what he thought about the game, and it was really cool. We're going to see if we do this a little bit more often. That way maybe we get some pregame shit talking in there or something. But it was cool, so shout out to everybody. Thank you, Edgar, too, for the idea.
Yeah, man. It was good. Actually, it was like I named it the News Across the Galaxy Nashville versus Galaxy therapy session because after what we saw, everybody needs to take a deep breath and just like, man, just goddamn.
Yeah, that's really what it was, dude, the therapy session. Everybody in there is pretty much displeased with the performance. Understandably so, which we'll get into it. But yeah, we'll talk about it. What's up with you guys, though?
What's up with us?
How are you guys still alive on a Monday? Story time?
Isn't much to tell. We landed and we blinked and we're
back.
We're on a plane back to LA.
That's funny.
Nah, it's dope, man. You know, just I mean, I'll be honest. We enjoyed our adult beverages over there. A lot of whiskey. You were there. You have to do whiskey, right?
Yeah.
Dope ass city. I've been fortunate enough to go to a few cities, and I'll use like Chicago as the best example.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you go to Chicago, I went for a bachelor party, and I was like, why the fuck are you here? Like the locals, you know. And then in Nashville, everyone you talk to was super nice.
Yeah.
Like they love their city.
Southern hospitality, would you say?
Golden Bows.
The Olden Bows. There you go.
Everything was great. The food was great. The drinks were obviously great.
Obviously.
the people were nice. What was dope is I was telling you on their main street where they have all their bars and stuff. Every bar, every restaurant has, a stage and live music.
That's super cool.
That was awesome. Like Kid Rock has his own honky tonk bar restaurant type thing, and it's three or 4 floors. Chewy.
4 total.
Oh, it's a mezzanine, no?
Yeah, it's a mezzanine.
Oh, yeah, 4 floors. 3 of those four floors have their own band and live music.
That's fucking cool.
Yeah, so it's like
that's really cool.
yeah, things you don't see here. But yeah, it was dope. I love that city. I'd go back even if not for a game. Maybe do a little more touristy things next
Instead
time.
of drinky things.
Yeah,
I mean, you
yeah,
can do both.
Yeah. Well, but,
Nothing
you
wrong
know,
with both.
Nah, but I had a
Just as long as you don't wake up naked in the museum or some shit, you're good.
had a grand old time. I don't know if Chewy wants to chime in with anything.
How was your weekend, Chewy?
It was awesome. I mean, we drank hell of a lot. So it was great. I thought I was gonna pass out at some point, and then I found the scooter, and that was awesome. I rode a scooter for like 30 minutes.
The road to nowhere.
Pretty much.
He started his own song. On the road to nowhere.
Oh, it was cool though. Like in the tailgate area, or whatever you would call it, the pregame meetup.
Mm-hmm.
It was dope. They were supposed to give 2 free drink tickets, but I remember like they kind of stopped caring at some point.
So they just gave you unlimited.
Like you would just order, and if you were in a Galaxy gear, they just fucking
Here's a free beer.
here's your beer. Like
Oh, thanks.
dope. Yeah,
That's cool.
they had to cancel the march though because it was raining.
Ah, boo.
And it was far.
It was far. Luckily, we got an Uber.
Was it hot and rainy though?
It wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah.
But it
Oh.
was rainy.
Yeah, it was hotter here actually.
Yeah.
As soon as we
for
landed, I was like, "Fuck."
For
it's hot.
fucking sure it was.
Hey, but you know what they say? I'm walking here.
They don't say that in Nashville at all.
We did.
Hey, who are those brown folk? Wait, what?
Hey, take it easy.
They crazy. Nah, they were nice. One thing I do want to ask you guys: did you guys see
Nope.
the Coyote versus Cosmo? As you can see here, Grand Champion Cosmo carrying the Nag Secret stuff into the ring. He cut a cool promo that he tombstone the stupid Coyote.
I didn't even see that.
Where the fuck you go then?
Okay.
They were
welcome
promoting
me.
this for weeks, by the way.
Oh, I know. I knew about this. I actually reached out to a Nashville supporter group, seeing if they were like friendly, and they were.
Hey, you guys
they said,
are you
come
guys cool?
through."
Are you
Yeah,
guys
they're like,
cool?
come through. They come through, and they mentioned the wrestling match, but
Alcohol got in the way.
yeah, that and
No,
it was
we woke up kind of late.
yeah, and it was a bit of a mission. So to give you an idea, the wrestling match was at 12.
Hmm.
The Galaxy pregame event started at 11.
Mm-hmm.
And then it started raining, so it was like if I got there and I had it was just too much, so I didn't.
So you didn't see Cosmo win.
No, I didn't.
There's no way he wins, right? Because
I don't know.
No, he lost.
that what's the Coyote's name? Pato or what is it? Pedro?
Turbo,
Turbo, whatever.
I don't know, something like that. Something with the
What the
Tempo.
fuck I get?
His name
Tempo.
is Tempo.
So there you go.
Pedro. The fuck?
I didn't say Pedro.
Where'd I get that one from?
I think
Bro,
Ito was the
Mexican,
name of the
There's a lot of
referee.
Mexicans over there. No, there's a lot. I was surprised on that. The amount of Latinos.
Hey,
Wow,
shout out
there's
to the
a
brown folk
lot.
out there. Let's go, baby.
You made it that far.
You guys would be shocked. My wife is in the South, and you'd be shocked at the amount of like Latinos, mostly Mexican, I would say, some Central Americans too, but there's a lot of them in the South, especially in Charlotte, Nashville, Atlanta, all over that area. A lot of them do a lot of the jobs that nobody else wants to do, but they contribute a lot, and to the culture out there, and you can see their influence during football matches. As these people are shocked, like, wow, why is Charlotte FC doing so well with attendance? Why is Nashville doing so well?
Yeah.
Well, if you look at the crowd,
Yeah.
it's a big mix, and a lot of Latinos are there.
Which on TV the crowd looked
Yellow.
no, it looked very animated. It seemed like a great environment. I'm not sure how you
Yeah,
guys saw that from. I don't know how sober were you guys by
They
the
had,
time you guys got to the stadium.
they had a mariachi at halftime.
That's kind of cool.
They had a mariachi. So they had a country singer for the national anthem with a mariachi backup.
It was Latino night in
And
Nashville.
but it was cool, like having a country singer
Yeah.
with a mariachi backup. Well, I was like, I've never heard that before. That was pretty
It
dope.
was cool. It's definitely one of the better soccer-specific stadiums I've been to.
Oh, the stadium is amazing.
Yeah, it's cool. I like
Yeah.
their stadium. Definitely better than San Jose. It's not even because we hate their club. That college or high school fucking stadium.
Yeah,
is
which
ass.
I'll be there next week.
And then like Salt Lake, their stadium just cuts off when you try to go
Where
around.
their stadium's actually built exactly like the LA Galaxies.
Oh, Salt Lake's?
Yeah,
That's not.
kind of. Has the same like domey, and then you can walk around.
Whatever. You're a
Well,
dummy.
fuck that day that we went to Utah though. Fuck.
Yeah, that's one of the worst trips.
Hell yeah. Anyway, shout out to all the G's that went out there this weekend.
Geodude Stadium. Oh, the steps. The steps are fucking steep. That's the only thing. Remember that, Chewy?
Oh, to get up to our
Yeah.
seats, yeah.
They're steep.
To everybody out in the live chat, shout out to you guys for being on with us this kind of late. And if you guys have any Nashville stories that you guys want to share with us, go ahead and write them down in the comments. And
As long as it doesn't involve us.
well, it doesn't involve Eddie or
We
Chewy,
saw a
or
lot of
maybe
people.
if it involves them and it's funny enough, we'll read it out loud.
I went down. I went down the steps. I mean, I went up to my seat once, and then when I went to the restroom, I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna go back up anymore.
Yeah.
Just stay to the side.
Pretty steep.
Perfect.
All right. So, we'll get into the game.
We get something that was not that happened before the game, but something that was mentioned during the game, with Efra being displeased
Oh,
and
yeah.
Vanny. He wanted that loan to Chivas, which was a true rumor, but the LA Galaxy didn't want to loan him out. They wanted to sell him, and I guess that didn't happen. You guys have any inside info on that, or maybe you could expand on that? Edgar, you're the smartest one here.
I think I've heard as much as you have on that. A lot of us were, I guess the word is excited, hopeful that Efra will find something besides hanging around with LA Galaxy for as long as he has, because as we have seen, as we have said many times, he's kind of plateaued. He hasn't improved as much as we had hoped for, and it seems like everybody's just waiting for the next step in his career. And if that next step takes him to Liga MX, then we're gonna wish him the best in his future endeavors, right, Eddie?
Yeah.
But as of right now, I don't think there's any official word or anything. It's just what we did here was that Galaxy wanted to just sell him straight up, no loan, no special provisions, no nothing. Just here, take the kid and his chicken nuggets. And they were like, nope, we want him alone. And Galaxy is just like,
It's just
damn.
it's tough because I'm sure Galaxy has a high price tag.
Yeah.
Who a team is gonna want to take that risk, right? It's a Galaxy team that is lacking offensive creativity, I guess, or we'll get more into it. And then he's still not getting minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, other clubs see that and they're like, why would we fucking, pony up for this kid? That's why the loans. It makes more sense that a team would come in and want a loan instead. But
And I could say this in perspective. This last match, Douglas Costa was subbed in before Efra. I know that's your DP, but you would think that game-wise, Efra would be a better option, correct? Apparently not. And he's taking up a roster spot that we might need in other positions. I mean, both of them are, but...
I mean, as much as we talk about Costa, he still has more offensive weapons than Efra does. I mean, one of them has like an accomplished career, and although he's burned out, he could still sting you. And your guy, he hasn't done much in a while. I mean, he's kind of in a decline, and he's young.
Yeah.
That's pretty messed up.
yeah,
Yeah. As much shit as we give him here, I don't want him to fail with the LA Galaxy.
But
I
yeah, Efra
wish-
didn't even get into the game though.
Yeah.
So
I wish he would have flourished into the player that we've all expected him to see, or will expect us to see from him.
but it just feels like time is up for him here.
Here, yes, I think so. He could blossom somewhere else. I believe it changes scenery just like it did with Jose Sardes. Could
Don't
benefit
argue
this
me
man.
that
really
Justice-
blossom. He would really blossom in the Nicaraguan league. I'll tell you that.
Or Sunday League, Pacific Star League, whatever it's
Hey,
called.
shoot through. We need a can too.
Anyways, yeah. So Efra, I think time's up. I don't think we're gonna get much more from Klein if you're listening, which I know you are.
He always tunes in.
take whatever next deal comes next because it's gonna be one of those legit things, right? With
Yeah.
legit how we just held them on too long and ended up getting peanuts, cacahuates. Yeah. So
All right. Now we can get into the game.
now we get to the game. Okay.
Yes.
So the Galaxy played against Nashville SC this past Saturday at Nashville, where we were apparently at in Chewy.
Oh, you guys were there?
Yeah, supposedly. That's what they told me.
That's what the IG stories say.
And And then the Galaxy came out with the following lineup: Jonathan Bonnet in goal, no surprise there. You had out at left back, you had Raheem Edwards. In the center backs, you had Williams and Koulibaly, and then you had Cáceres starting.
Surprise there, actually.
Right back. You had Brugman. They did a diamond formation in the middle. Brugman, Delgado, Ricky Puig, and Vasquez running the middle, right? With Brugman being the CDM, and then Vasquez being the cam at the situation. And they played with 2 strikers on type. Wow. Tennessee.
You good there, buddy?
Yeah, I'm okay. Whiskey's getting to me. And then they had Chicharito and Cabral starting on top.
Tennessee whiskey.
Yeah, no.
Ya no le den.
Nah, ya no then.
One more. Uno más.
No, hell no. And then Chicha and Cabral
Yeah.
starting on top. So, the way watching Nashville leading up to this game,
Destroying teams.
yeah, I thought this is not gonna
Fat
go.
L.
Yeah,
Especially the
And-
way Galaxy been playing.
Yeah, and even with the lineup, I was like, we can't score. This team's gonna punish us.
Yeah.
But to my surprise, from the beginning,
I mean, they didn't score.
no.
They got a PK.
I mean, how'd you guys feel when you guys saw the lineup? First off,
With Cáceres, which was the biggest shock.
is it though?
Nah. We're playing a midweek game, so we need somebody. in
Yeah.
defense.
We're gonna play, and we're playing on turf. Of course, you don't
And-
start Cáceres in that one.
Well, Cáceres won't be there. I think he leaves already before that game.
Well, good because he looked like shit this game either way.
Okay.
What I'm trying to get to is, you want to come out and maybe try to steal a point. I don't know if Cáceres was the best option defensively in hindsight now. So that was my only question: how he would adjust to for one, speed of the game, because Nashville loves to counter and they're very good at that shit. And then 2, how he's gonna mesh with everybody else in the back line. It was very evident early on in the match that this 7-year-old or 35-year-old is not cut out to play right back at all.
I mean, he's not in match fitness either. My argument there, though, is it's more the you can't keep rewarding Julian, right?
Yeah.
Something had to be done.
Well, you
And-
also have Leardom in the bench,
yeah, but Leardom's pretty much
who
stunk-
stays home when he plays defense.
but he stunk it up more than any other defender, I think.
Oof. But I think that was my only complaint. The diamond formation was from the last match. We saw that, and it somewhat worked. With the difference up top with Cabral, you could have had more space, better off in the counter. I wasn't, my only question was with Cáceres, what he would provide to this team defensively. What was that?
Poltergeist.
Poltergeist, get in here, Landon. He knows how to knock on doors now. What a smart dog. Anyway, how'd you see it, Edgar, that lineup?
Well, like I said, sorry, like I said when we did the Twitter space, the biggest surprise is seeing Cáceres where we usually have Julian. But when we look back at Julian's performance the last few weeks, it was kind of a surprise, but at the same time, we were like, yeah, Julian hasn't exactly been himself the entire season. But we had heard that Cáceres could play right back. Well, let's see how he does. As Brian said, it's obvious that at this stage of his life, he doesn't have the speed to play the position. So the fact that we had heard before that he could play right back, not really. Maybe like some really slow teams, but definitely not against a high tempo team like Nashville. So that was pretty rough. Luckily, Galaxy didn't get burned that badly from that side of the field, but it was nice to see the rest of the lineup. I figured, okay, maybe these guys can keep things kind of level, maybe stymie a little bit of Nashville attack, because like we were saying, Nashville has been on fire. But to me, the biggest question mark always is seeing the Kevin Cabral up there. A lot of people, it bugs me. A lot of people have been talking so much crap about having Chicharito and Jovic up top. And like, damn it, dude, give it some time. I mean, a lot of people think that just because they didn't do well in one game, that uh, it was trash. No, you got to give it time. These guys have to gel and they have to work off each other. I mentioned the last time that Jovic did a good job getting some of the attention away from Chicha, who was open to do a lot more damage. And it's something that's supposed to go back and forth. But no, we got to see Cabral instead, and you might as well have put like a freaking standee of Cabral out there, like a cardboard cutout, because it would have had the same impact on the game.
That's kind of rough. We'll get into the game a little bit, and why a cutout wouldn't be the same.
Sorry, Eddie?
Yeah.
Yeah, before that, I just wanted to share. I did run a poll on game day asking about what people thought about the game. I said, if you don't mind, I'll give you the results.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, that's something to talk about. I said, hey, it's game day, Galaxy fam. Our guys have a huge challenge. I said, visit Nashville. We're on a 4-game winning streak. They scored 14 goals and allowed 1. Can Galaxy get some points on the road as they fight for a playoff spot? So we had 58 votes total. 57% said they expected a huge upset, all 3 points. 24% said we're going to get a difficult loss, no points. And 20% said 10 straw, 1 point. That's pretty hopeful. That's like 57% of the people saying that they expect a big upset against Nashville. But you know what? They weren't that far off. And if things had gone a little bit different,
Yeah.
maybe we would be needing that therapy session after the game that we had, because and this is the thing I want you guys to remember this when we're done talking about this game, is going into this game we were all talking about how well Nashville's been doing, and most of us, I mean, I know that the poll says otherwise, but most of us were expecting a difficult time, right, against such a good team. So we were like, okay, expect a loss. Anything after that, it's a bonus. It's a good thing. Like I said in the Twitter space, if you didn't watch this game and you saw the final score, right? Just watch the final score. You haven't seen highlights, nothing. Just saw the final score. You've been like, damn, it's a good result for Galaxy. But if you watch the game, you'd be really frustrated with that result. Yeah, we're about to talk about that.
I don't know. I want to say it's not a bad result, just because we're still undefeated in 5.
No, it's not
and it's away against a
No.
very
I'm
hot
just saying,
team.
like, if you saw what happened during the game, after the game, you would be frustrated.
Yeah.
And a lot of us were.
Oh yeah, first reactions I was. Now I
I still
have
am.
some time to let it marinate a little bit, and I'm not. This could have went really, really sour quick away against a very hot team, who we actually dominated. I think we played way better than that team.
So let me get into
I-
the game.
Okay,
a little
we'll
bit.
talk about that right now, and
Yeah, okay,
I'll
go
break
for
it
it.
down for you.
And the whole thing about Cabral and cardboard cutout doing better, and Dejan needing time, and listening to Vanny's press conference. He's frustrated. He's frustrated with with Cabral, as you can tell, because he almost gives him what he wants. He's like he's like the only player that can open up and get away.
By far, he
but
is the
he-
fastest player in our
But he
team.
can't do any. He can't do it in the final third. He can't finish the playoff, whether it's scoring or giving off the pass, dude. In the first 10 minutes, Vasquez puts a great ball to him,
Yep.
takes
Yes.
off, and you know what? If you guys watch that replay, that's a design play in practice that he's supposed to cut back.
Yep.
You're
Chicha
supposed
and
to cut
Ricky,
to the middle, right?
yeah, they react quick, like pissed off
Yeah.
at him. He took a shot. I mean, it sucks that he didn't score, but it wasn't the worst decision. But
It wasn't.
But the fact that the way they reacted was like, dude, they done this plenty of times in practice. This is not how it was supposed to go. Yeah, 2 options right there, 2 easy
Yeah.
options.
Was it a bad take? His shot?
Yes. That was a terrible take. So it's like you said, it's in 11th minute, and it's a beautiful pass to
From Vasquez.
Vasquez to Cabral. I'll talk about the Vasquez right now. If this would have been Puig making the pass, we would be like talking about what an amazing pass Puig make. But we also have to take into consideration that Vasquez, he drops a dime every now and then. So Vasquez drops this beautiful pass to Cabral, who catches him streaking. Cabral's ahead of these defenders. And you know what he does? Instead of cutting towards the middle, towards the goal, he takes a little step to the outside and slows down. And I'm thinking to myself, what are you doing, kid? If you really had this desire, this ganas, this killing mentality, this whatever you want to call it, just run towards the freaking goalie and try to shimmy a little, try to get a shot on bar or whatever. I mean, a shot on frame. And instead, he slows down. It's like as soon as he hits that final third, he's like stepping through molasses, or he's walking through quicksand, or somebody mentioned he's like he gets the yips as soon as he gets into the box. What the hell's wrong with this guy? And the funny thing is that even the really awful English commentators, because I at the beginning of the game I watched the first half in English on my phone. It was just it's just the way I watched it. Even they admitted it was a horrible take. They're like, oh, he shoots it right at the gut of Joe Willis. Like, and you look back at it, like, it's such a soft little shot. It's almost like he took a shot because if he didn't take a shot, he would get chewed out for not taking a shot. He's just like, yeah, here's a shot.
He's in his own head at this point.
It's so lame. It's so lame. It's not just frustrating. It's demoralizing when you have this happen every single time, and that's where like your performance starts to affect other people because they get demoralized and they lose faith in you.
Yeah.
And I'll talk about that in a bit because something else happened later in the game where like there was an opportunity for him to do something and there was no faith in him at all.
Oh, poor guy. And it sucks because, I wanted to believe in the guy and rooted for the guy, but I'm at that point already. I need him out of my squad.
How do you do that? Well, it's something we could probably get into.
We'll circle back. I mean, there's plenty of ways, but we'll circle back to that.
Maybe we will circle back to it
Guys.
today, but maybe towards the end of the
Guys.
season.
GoFundMe account now for
To buy him out?
No, it's either buy zip ties or handcuffs for Derek Williams.
Fuck yes. What's up with this guy, man? Straight second goalie in the pitch.
Second goal in the pitch. Damn.
The sad thing is about that is that if he would have just kept his elbow down, that would have been okay. But he decided to like actually take a jab at the ball, and it's like you don't need to do that, bro. You're already in the way, man. It was so unnecessary, and of course he got nailed for it.
This guy's got crazy hands.
No, yeah, it was
bro.
clear handball. He got jazz hands.
Yeah, control those hands. Fuck. Well, yeah. Again, fucking VAR. Obviously, when someone like Mukhtar is gonna step up, it's probably not gonna go the way you want it to.
A player who is front runner for MVP. I thought it was Juicy, and in these last 5 matches, Mukhtar's just been on fire.
No, Mukhtar has been consistent the entire season. It's just that he's looked a lot better during his run where Nashville has been smashing people, but the guy is consistent. That's what you want from your DP. Is what you want from your best player, and that's something that I wish we had, right?
Yeah.
Let me ask you guys, since you guys watch this on TV. So to this point, at least from what we saw and what we remember, it was just like the same old thing. Galaxy possessed.
Yeah.
With nothing. No idea what to do with the ball, but we possessed nonetheless. Did you guys see it the same watching it at home? Like at this point, Nashville had not done anything to us?
Same. I think the only clear chance we had was that Cabral wide open.
Yeah,
Aside
but
from that,
I'm talking about Nashville though.
Oh, Nashville.
Nashville, it's the same thing with Nashville. We always said that they have a fantastic defense. Their midfield is solid, but they don't have many options up top. And it's Mukhtar and Leal maybe.
CJ Sapong.
And CJ Sapong. But at that point, everything's been going to Mukhtar, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Galaxy did, despite the issues with Cáceres, Galaxy did an okay job. I mean, they did a bang up job to stop whatever they could from them. So credit to the defense. And you know what? Bond did pretty good too. He could have had he might have had the clean sheet if it wasn't for that stupid handball or elbow, what do you want to call it? Because I think Nashville had 10 shots, 2 of them were on goal, 1 of them went in, obviously. But the thing that you guys are mentioning is possession. And Galaxy is one of those teams that does a lot better when they don't have the majority of the possession. They're more of they do better on the counter. And a lot of teams, I think, have realized that, some of the better teams. And so now they're just letting Galaxy get the ball and have the ball
Like
and
I
try to catch us because, a lot of times they're going to catch your wing backs, trying to move up the field or something, or they're trying to pressure their defenders into making mistakes, and then they catch us on the counter. And it happened again. And the sad thing is that Galaxy's options up top are so limited, right? It's just Chicha, Joveljic, now Puig, right? But before that, it was just Chicha, Joveljic, and so teams just let Galaxy have the ball. And for what? It doesn't matter. I mean, a lot of these shots are soft. Some of the shots come from outside the box. It's hard for Galaxy to get any kind of real dangerous attack going, and teams are already aware of that. So they just let us have the ball.
I mean, there is one big difference. Now, we might be a little bit more dangerous with the ball since we have Ricky Puig. Before, every team dared us to attack us because our only creative attacking player was Vasquez, who doesn't have the legs, as we've seen throughout the whole season. Now we have Puig. He could get it to the players. He could get it to Chicha, to Cabral. It's just these guys aren't finishing up top. And that's not on the players that give the through balls or try to get the assists. So now I feel we're more dangerous with Puig on the pitch. It's just everything else is not... The pieces of the puzzle are not fitting. You're trying to put an L shape into a square thing or something, whatever the saying is.
Yeah.
Whenever you're in Tennessee or what is it? We're walking here.
I'm walking here.
Now we mentioned the penalty that was the fault of Derek Williams sticking his elbow out. It went to VAR and it got called, right? Muhtar steps up, scores in the 24th minute, and you're like, damn, all that possession for what?
Yeah.
But 11 minutes later, I wanted to point this out. There is a breakdown on the right side. Cáceres, is able to cover his guy. The ball comes across in the box to the 6th, where Muhtar is just coming in, and he already knows where he's going to place the ball.
You're talking about the one that Williams?
Yeah, Bondi's like, oh my God. And then out of nowhere, here comes Williams diving in at the last second to deflect the shot. So credit to Williams because...
For not using his hands.
He stopped the shot. He comes in waving his arms.
Why can we play Goodwill too, man?
We keep waving into us. Yeah.
He comes in like one of the Bailey buddies,
Oh shit, fucking Williams.
And so great to him though because that would it looked like a goal. I mean, Muhtar doesn't miss those. So credit to him. And there wasn't much else to say about the rest of the first half.
Or the second.
A lot of Galaxy possession. Well, I mean, just that first half, a lot of Galaxy possession. Galaxy, if you look at the statistics, they had 22 shots on goal throughout the entire game. I mean, 22 shots, 8 on goal.
Yeah.
But most of those shots on goal weren't that threatening.
There's like a free
and
kick.
Joe Willis is a fine goalkeeper.
Hey, settle down.
I know it's Nag After Dark, but chill.
No, you're right though, and if anything, the only thing to point out is Ricky continues to prove he's real, and that first half, like even my drunk ass remembers him covering so much ground in the first half.
Yeah,
trying to create shots out of nothing. I just hope the kid doesn't get frustrated and he wants out early.
Another thing I was going to point out, guys, because like I said, if you were at home, like I was, because I have a 2-year-old, so I'm trying to take care of the kid, right? And I'm watching the game on my phone half the time watching it on TV. So I'm going back and forth, and for some reason my phone's set to English SAP, and I was trying to figure out how to change it. But anyway, he's I just have to say because it's become such a freaking subject since the game. I don't know who the hell has a signing to these games, but they absolutely suck. I'm sorry. You know,
well, it's like American sports putting SAP. They're Spanish, so their SAP is English. They don't care.
but
They're
what I'm
Spanish.
saying
Do
is
they in
like,
Spanish brackets? Is
Nah,
dope.
but Chewy, to his point, it's like there's got to be some qualifications, and we'll just
yeah.
point out the obvious.
It-
Vasquez,
It,
right?
it wasn't just me. It was like if you go to Twitter, like everybody's talking about this, not just Galaxy fans, but fans from other MLS teams that have mentioned the same thing. Where who the hell did they assign? Because it sounds like if you listen to them, they sounds like these guys have never ever covered the sport. They don't know anything about MLS. They were assigned the game that morning, and they're like making up stuff on the fly. Like they were saying stupid things like, "Oh, look, the Galaxy's wearing all blue." Like what?
Dude, like, I mean,
And then they're
you're
calling
you're
Bas-
not gonna spend the money right now when next year it's contracted for a year.
Yeah, but
You're not gonna spend the money on
still,
it.
the point though, Chewy, is again basic qualifications, bro. Like you got to
but
be able to.
You're saying the point, but next year it's Apple. So hey, you'll spend the money next year. Right now, just get
No,
somebody
but
like
no,
that.
that's not actually that's false. Because if I'm not mistaken, there's still going to be nationally televised games, which includes through the NA and I think Fox or somebody.
Yeah, but probably you put a little bit more money into it next year.
See, I got him, guys.
Well, the thing is, I don't want to make it too much of a big deal. I just want to make this point and move on. But it was annoying. They kept calling Vasquez, and then one of the guys made a stupid joke where he's talking about Ricky Puig, and then the guy was like, "It's Puig," and he's like, "Ha ha ha! I guess that in Cuba it's Puig, but in Spain it's Puig, ha 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 ha," or something like that. And I was like, "Shut the hell up, man."
Love your
I
laugh,
lo-
bro.
yep, you did it exactly like that commentator. To be honest,
But that's why I mentioned that whole thing where like Cabral took the shot right at Willis. Even these guys with their limited knowledge of the sport of football were like, "What a horrible shot by Cabral."
Even them not being able to pronounce names, they knew that was a bad shot.
it was funny because they kept making like references to like NFL, football, and the baseball throughout the game. So you could tell these guys are like the kind of guys that are like, "Man, I'm just doing this until I get a shot at ESPN doing covering Sunday Night Football or whatever."
Like
Anyway,
Coach-
let's move on.
Yeah, let's
Because in the
move on.
49th minute, Bush lines up a free kick. Eddie, do you remember that?
no. But the highlights. But the highlights.
Do you remember
reminded
that,
me.
Brent?
on the 49th.
Yeah, he hits. He tries to catch the keeper cheating. He pretty much hits
Yeah.
it on a hit side, but
Oh yeah.
it was a soft take.
Let's play catch.
Yeah.
That was that.
What I'm getting at is that as you're watching this game, you are pretty much watching the maturation of Ricky Puig and into one of the club leaders. And
Yeah.
one of the questions that somebody posed during our Twitter space was, is Ricky Puig like a future captain? And at first we were like, nah, he's too young. I think somebody asked that in the last time we were on as well. But as you're watching him, it's just not an issue. This kid has such a good head in his mind. I would not be surprised if he's not. I mean, I don't think he should be captain, but he definitely should be like a vice captain if that's a thing that Galaxy does next season. Because not only does he have a good footballing IQ, he's very confident, and it's not arrogance. There's arrogance, and there's confidence, and there's stupidity, right? Which we've seen a lot of in the last couple of weeks. But he has a lot of confidence, and the confidence to not only ask for the ball in situations where somebody else could have taken it, but to ask for the ball and have the confidence to take some of the shots that he's taking is good because, like I said, he tried to catch Joe Willis cheating, and it was a good shot. But Joe Willis is a good goalkeeper. He managed to move in, stop the shot. Against a lesser keeper, he might have got something sneaking through. So
Yeah.
credit to him.
True. All right, guys.
First half
Oh,
done.
that was in the 49th minute. But yeah, first half's done. How did you guys feel at the end of the half, man?
Drunk. I mean,
You guys were there. That's what I'm asking.
Yeah, drunk.
yeah. Nah, but you know what? It's kind of funny. The feeling there was like, oh, we're gonna fucking tie. I swear it felt that way for everybody because it just was fucking similar to every the last 5-6 games, whatever that unbeaten streak has been. That's why I wanted to name the episode "Same Old Tune." But
I mean, technically, it works. You guys were in Whiskeyville.
nah. But anyway, I felt
I wasn't too down on that half.
nah, because like I said, like even how me and Chewy were, I remember that much like Nashville not really giving us any issues.
Yeah, it wasn't. The Galaxy had chances in that first half to be leveled by the half. The clearest one was the Kevin Cabral one, but we know we can't ask that much of him.
Oh, yeah.
We can't ask that much of our DP, bro. Ain't that some shit? Just score, bro.
That is some shit.
You can't ask your DP to score on a breakaway. All right, cool.
Let's move it forward though, because
Yeah, all right.
it's already late. It's Monday.
Yes, it is.
I just want to get into the penalty already. The first one, right? First off,
Okay.
Oh, before we get to the penalty, we have to mention this, man. Because in the 50th minute, you know how I mentioned that free kick by Puig in the 49th? Just a minute later, Puig takes the ball at the center line, and he makes a run straight for their goal. And Cabral is on the right side, and anybody else would made a dash along that flank and then cut in towards the box. And instead, Cabral does like one of these lamest, half-hearted runs where he's not even running, he's just kind of like jogging. And Puig, I think, glances at him and realizes that Cabral isn't going to do shit. And he just decides to take on 3 Nashville defenders by himself, and he still manages to get a shot off instead of passing it to him.
Damn.
So that's what I mentioned earlier, where like the kind of stuff that Cabral does, where he messes up so bad on such fantastic passes, opportunities where the ball's given to him, and he has the speed, he has the mobility to try to do something, but he just doesn't want to at this point. I believe he doesn't want to. And so your teammates lose faith in you. Why are you going to pass the ball to this guy when he's probably going to just slow down or pass it back to somebody else? Or he's going to like just whip in like a lame shot.
Convert him to right back.
give him the old Yossi treatment.
Yep, convert him to right back.
All right. So
This is demoralizing. You see this, you're like, God damn it. But then something happens 3 minutes later.
52nd minute. By the way, great ball from Vasquez in that.
Again,
Yeah.
another great ball in this game.
But let me ask you guys, my opinion. I'll take it. Well, it didn't matter, but I thought that was a soft penalty.
Yes, I will agree with you.
They're battling for position.
I will agree with you with that.
It's like a 50-50.
All right, think about it. All right, I'll just make it easy. If they get called on us, Edgar, you wouldn't be upset?
Yeah, I'd be upset, but I wouldn't be surprised.
That's that one.
Galaxy's given up a lot of penalties recently.
So they're basically giving us games, but we're failing to fucking put them back in the net.
Oh,
And a little, not scuffle, but a little, let me get this. Now let me get it between Chicha, Brugman, and Vasquez. And they had a little exchange.
You guys want to know something?
What's up? Oh, you saw it.
I made a bet. You remember that, Chewy?
No.
With Tony?
Oh,
Yeah. I told him he was going to miss it, and I told him exactly where he was going to shoot it.
Same spot.
Yeah.
He always misses on that side.
And sure enough. But, like Edgar said, his man crush is a good keeper.
You can't fault Chicha for getting that penalty and shooting it. He wants to redeem himself from last one.
No.
He's your captain. He wants to stay in goal scoring form. Now I get it. His percentage in the PK spot is not the greatest in the team, and perhaps you would have wanted either Brugman or Vasquez to take it. That's your captain. He wants to put the team on his back, right?
He also understands as a captain that he doesn't have the best record as a PK shooter, not just with the Galaxy in his career, and that also falls on Vanny too. Like, bro, like he has to put it in his head, like, you do a lot of great things for us, but
Yeah.
this is not your forte. In the last 3 years, they actually put up a stat today. I think it was he's one of the worst PK shooters in the league.
Yeah, I was gonna say that in his MLS career, he's taken 9 penalty kicks and only converted 4.
That the guy you want shooting?
That's worse than
Yeah.
the league average. The league average is 75%, by the way.
No, yeah. I mean, he's not my favorite to shoot at PK. Well, all I'm saying is he's trying to, but you should
can't
know, right?
force
As
things,
a forward, you should know. I'm not good at this. Maybe
Yeah.
I should give it to somebody.
He's-
Same thing what happened in the game against Kansas City, where Sasha Kleshin went up to him and asked him, "Hey, are you sure I can do this? I've been in this position before.
Yeah.
I'll put him back in the net."
You
I
know,
mean, go ahead, Edgar. My bad.
yeah, one of the best qualities of a leader is that they can admit their mistakes and they're not willing to delegate. And I think right now he's trying, because the kind of person that Chicha is, he's very emotional, right?
Yeah.
And he's very sensitive, very sensitive. And so I think he's trying so hard to make himself feel better and make others feel better about him, that he's trying to force things to happen. And instead of doing what he normally does best, which is score goals in the box, right? When the ball is passed into him in the 6, he's a threat. But scoring penalty kicks is not his forte. You said so right now, Eddie. We've all seen it. We're hopeful. We're like, oh, Chicha's lining up for a penalty kick. We're like, oh God, I hope he scores. And when he does, we're like, yeah, Chicha, right? But when he doesn't score, we're just face palm.
Yeah.
Like, not again, not again. And if this was at the beginning of the season, when when everything is wide open and there's so much that could happen in the course of the season, it wouldn't be that big of a deal. But right now, we're in crunch time. This is when you want your clutch guys to step up and not make any mistakes. He steps up and takes the ball away from somebody else who could have scored it. Steps up and delivers just a sorry penalty.
Yeah.
That Joe Willis is not going to miss that. Chicha telegraphed it. Like you said, Eddie, even you, drunken Eddie, was like, I know it's going to go. I bet you it's not going to go in.
And this is something that the Galaxy and Vanny in particular should be working out in practices. Just how Spenny says on the chat. Stop the stop the politics and just pick your number one PK shooter.
Apparently, he addressed it now.
All of a
It's not
sudden.
going to happen anymore. It's over, man. This is it. This wasn't the final nail in the coffin. This was, the Kane dropping the final freaking nail into the Undertaker's grave and burying him, and over.
But Undertaker comes back to life. So you're saying he's gonna come back and shoot it again? Oh, he's
Well,
gonna.
he's gonna come back from Mexico.
Okay, cool. He can do it over there.
Yeah.
No, if we would love to see Chicha make these. We would love to see him scoring. I always say, if he's scoring, it's good. But if you're gonna try and force these things, that's not helping us, man. It's hurting us. And what was I'm just curious. I know you guys were drunk, but what was the reaction from the
sounds pretty
crowd
mean,
up there?
What was the reaction of the crowd?
Well, mine was.
Oh, the reaction was like yelling and being yay.
Yeah.
The reaction was very positive
What?
for him missing it. The crowd.
I mean,
No, you
everybody
guys.
else.
Crowd.
Galaxy
Bro,
crowd
no
or
shit.
the Nashville
Fuck.
crowd?
If it wasn't the Nashville supporters, yeah.
What happened? I laughed along with the people next to me because I had called it.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was a lot of what's the word I'm looking here? Like grunting. I don't
Yeah,
know.
but nobody was surprised.
Yeah, I was like, "Fuck, of course."
Yep.
A displeased grunt.
leading up to it. Nah, I don't think there's so much optimism.
I want to hear some good grunts.
Horrible. But after that, the Galaxy still had way more chances, way more of the possession. They looked like they were trying to impose a will a little bit more on Nashville. Of course, Nashville sits back and does what they do best, and that's defend. They have the best center back in the league in Walker Zimmerman, who just commands that whole back line. He's the anchor of that whole defense and didn't let anything go through until towards the end where
Yeah, the
Ricky became
Galaxy's-
the hero.
Galaxy just kept knocking and knocking and knocking. Julian was like the only person I think that got a shot, huh? From the
Yeah.
outside.
Got a hard shot from outside the box. It was a low shot, but Willis was covering the near post, so it didn't go through. But he shot it almost through traffic, so maybe it could have filtered through. That would have been nice.
Yeah.
Douglas Costa took a shot from outside and went far up and wide.
Nothing
But-
out of the ordinary.
He looks
Yeah.
more active though. Honestly, I hope it's like just a regular thing with him now, and it's time to sit down. If you're not gonna start Joveljic and you want someone that could open wide, it's time to start him. He's a DP as well. It's time to start him.
Costa hasn't been Costa these last 2 games. This one and the last one. He hasn't been DP level, but he hasn't been the thing where we slap ourselves in the face
Yeah.
and grunt like you guys did after that PK.
He's just been some guy off the bench, man. Like normally, this is where, like you guys said, normally you'd bring in somebody like Efra, but now you're bringing in Costa instead.
And see, that's why the contract is so bad. And we called it from the beginning. This is not a DP level player. If he could have done this from the beginning where he came on a TAM, I think we all would have been good. Because you can come off the bench and create
Yeah.
some damage, right? When you're fully healthy, fully informed. He seems to have gotten it together a little bit more these last 2 matches. Still not DP level, though. And if we want to make a push into these playoffs, make some noise in the playoffs, we're going to need all 3 DPs to play like DPs. And only one of them is playing like half a DP. And the other half, he's missing PKs. So it's frustrating to watch.
That is frustrating, and we get a little lucky. I'm looking at I'm ready to get into the penalty because it's just a lot of the same, us knocking and trying to get
Yeah.
something in until we get that penalty. There's a little luck on that one too because the way they interpreted penalties is always fucking different, right?
Yeah. They make a new rule every time there's a PK.
Yeah, like this one. Again, I'll take it,
Yeah.
but I could have gone either way. But I'll take
But I'll take
it. Yeah.
And of course,
They,
the
no,
man.
They thought it was They thought it was blatant enough because Zimmerman got the yellow.
Yeah. You know what's interesting as
He
well?
stuck his hand out.
What's interesting as well is 'cause he
I
was
don't
on,
know. I don't know what you're talking about, Eddie. Like that was to
Yeah,
me,
he
that's a
stuck-
clear penalty. Dude.
Yeah, that's clear.
I'm
as
looking at
hell.
it now. I don't.
He stuck.
I don't know.
Well, it
That's-
depends on the
that's a clear
angle.
penalty.
Depends on the angle, but he stuck his arm out all
Yeah,
the way.
if they're gonna call fucking the slam dunks on Derek Williams,
yeah.
they have to call that
Yeah,
shit
no,
on
you're
this
right.
one.
You're right about that. But you know what's interesting? All right, I know he's sitting on yellow. He gets that red, which
Yeah.
is not good for us because I think we need Nashville to win the next game. So now they're going to be without Zimmerman.
What you mean? They got Romney. They're good.
And they'll probably be without him in the next game because I think the U.S. plays, right? And then he'll
Fuck,
get
yep.
called up.
I don't think it matters if Nashville beats Austin in the next game because Austin's so far ahead.
The ones that we need
Austin,
probably look for.
we need Austin to beat Nashville. That'll
Yeah.
help us.
Ah, there you go.
So
It is Portland to lose.
This help us.
Also, it does help us. What do you know?
Yes.
Eddie?
Fuck.
And
Zimmerman.
anyways, what I found to be interesting is, if I'm not mistaken, when they introduced VAR, I remember yellow cards not being reviewable.
Mm.
So technically, he shouldn't have got a yellow. Again, all these rules.
Yeah.
One day it's one way, and the other day is another. So
The only rule I know about VAR is if it's clear and obvious, which
yeah,
is never
It can
clear
go
and
either way.
obvious.
If it's clear and obvious, it can go either way.
I need to see their definition of clear and obvious.
Yeah, nobody knows.
Just like
Nobody
Chewy
knows.
said.
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
And of course, the flavor of the month, one Spanish cuisine dinner, Ricky Poo's. I don't know.
What the
What
fuck?
the? What was that?
He's a flavor of the
Paella.
month. He's a Spanish dinner. I don't know.
That was it.
The
I
Ricky
didn't know
Paella.
how you were gonna
What
go
do they
with
eat in Spain besides fetuses?
Tapas.
Oh,
I gotta
besides
have my- I
fetuses.
gotta have my tapas.
Definitely not tacos.
They look down on tacos.
No Bad Bunny.
No Bad Bunny.
No Bad Bunny. Oh man.
Ricky
But-
Pooch steps up. Y como los grandes. Even
He
though Willis
almost
guessed
missed
it. Even though Willis guessed it.
My heart fucking sank for a second right there.
You got a hand on it? I was like,
he hit. The thing I gotta give him so much credit is that he hit it with so much pace, man.
yeah.
And that's the whole thing I'm telling you. Like he's got so much confidence in himself.
You know what? You know what sucks though?
A vacuum.
God damn it, Brian.
You're not wrong.
You're not. Anyways, that smile is gone.
Oof.
The Ricky Puig smile.
Yeah.
It's,
Hey, he's
it's
a-
serious time. It's crunch time. Time to get serious.
He's I think he's realized that it's up to him. That's why I said that this is the maturation of Ricky Puig. This is Shawn Michaels losing his smile and coming back and saying, you know, this is mine.
After he left the Rockers to go on a solo act.
So I think Ricky Puig understands full well the weapons at his disposal. He's got like a lame right wing or whatever you want to call him striker and Cabral. He's got somebody who's emotionally broken in Chicharito, and he's got like a no-show in Douglas Costa as DP. So
And he's got
when
his
him
mom
and
to
Vasquez
give
are
him
out there,
bank accounts.
Look at dude. If you have a computer in front of you or your phone, look at the ending. He's like just like throwing his hands up, like disappointed.
Because he knows
It's
that they could have
dope.
won this game.
It's dope that it means a lot to him, but it worries me the fact that I don't want him to leave because he realizes
It's not this game either. The game against Kansas City as well. He didn't seem too happy, which I like. You're going to have a 23-year-old who's not your DP carrying the emotional baggage of everybody as a DP and being the guy on the pitch who's your best player and by far. Of course he's going to get frustrated. He needs help. And to be honest, the one that's been given the most help is the player we've been giving shit to a lot here, Vasquez. He's been a pretty good running mate in that midfield with him. So has Brugman and so has Delgado. The work that's been done in that midfield has been solid. It just sucks that we can't convert up top.
yeah, one of the things that works well for the two of them is that obviously Vasquez doesn't have the legs anymore, right? But he still has the mind. And having Puig there, having Puig do the stuff that Vasquez can't do, allows Vasquez to do some of the simpler things, like work on his positioning and trying to find his teammates as they're making cuts and trying to needle passes to Puig so who can then get a nice dish to somebody. So that way Vasquez doesn't have to run back and forth as much as he used to in the past. Puig can do all that. But at his age, Vasquez still needs some help, and that's why you see him like leaving the games towards the end. And Clayton is no longer an option, as we can see, because in the past we you know you replace old man with old man,
Yeah.
but it's not happening anymore. I think Clayton, you know, is in his last legs. We're watching the last few games of Sasha Clayton's career.
We need to see him
But-
get that assist, though.
But
To win MLS Cup.
this you're watching Ricky Puig grow up right now, and from being a wide-eyed, smiling kid coming to Hollywood for the first time to like being like a bitter old man by the end of the season.
It only took him 3 games. Fuck.
It took him 3 games. You took his smile away, damn it.
it's gonna be like Chicha, the picture of when he first signed, and then this year.
Next week, Pooch turns 33.
They have gray hairs,
Pobre Ricky.
but
It's-
thank goodness for him because ever since he joined the team, that we've been undefeated.
Yep.
It's just, and this is the thing that I stick with. And I know you guys are like, oh, it's a good result. Oh my god, have you guys become so complacent that getting this draw against Nashville, which is it's a good result, obviously, but you can't become so complacent
No.
and ignore what has happened. Where the last 2 games, 2 victories have slipped out of the Galaxy's hand. These are important points
Yeah.
at an important time of the season. You can't afford to do this kind of stuff right now.
No,
You gotta
I-
take what you can. This is
I'm not satisfied now. I thought going into the game, I maybe gave Nashville too much credit. I thought going in like we're not going to be in this game, and
No.
then but after seeing the game, you know what's crazy too, and we can wrap up this game and give awards and we can talk about this a little bit more if you guys want. I'm starting to realize that Vanny does have some kind of plan here,
No, he does.
and then against great teams, we look great. But
Yes.
it's just
the
something.
personnel it doesn't work for him.
Yeah, something's not there, and it might be, and honestly, it might be because this is think about it. This is the last guy that's not his. The last piece of the puzzle is Chicha. Once he's gone,
He brings it forward who's more mobile.
who he wants.
So it comes back to the stuff that he talked about in that Galaxy stuff at Long Beach in the aquarium about players that take up space and players that use space. And you see it with the diamond formation in that midfield with Brugman, Delgado, Puig, and Vasquez. These guys know how to play well off each other. It's in the final third when you give the players who are supposed to be scoring goals that last ball, they're not putting them in. I know Chicha's been on
There's
fire
no
these past couple
confidence up
games.
top, man.
What was that?
There's no confidence up top. The only guy who has any sort of confidence is Joveljic, and they're not even playing him that much in the end of the games
Yeah,
anymore.
even Chicha does too, but he's not as mobile as, you would like him to be. It's just another... You got to give Chicha that last pass and that last 5 to 10 yards from the goal, and for him to score from there. Because anything other else than that, there's nothing else.
I really do believe that this whole thing with the penalties and the points that the team has lost because of those decisions that he's made are going to wear on him, because it's the kind of person that he is.
Yeah.
So hopefully Vanny or Captain Dan or Hartman, one of these guys that are veterans that have been through some difficult times with this team in the past, can sit down with him and tell him, hey kid, it's not the end all, it's not the be all, but we still have a shot. Let's keep it going. And as far as having a shot, I wanted to point something out to you guys. At this point in the season right now, Galaxy is on par with the 2005 team that won MLS Cup as far as the same path that they're taking towards MLS Cup, where that team got into the playoffs in the last game of the season. But what I'm trying to get to is that they're following almost the same path as that team. Only thing is that if you remember back then, nobody expected Galaxy to go all the way and win MLS Cup.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody just happy they got in there, and they ended up winning the whole damn thing. So there's still time for them to get hot. There's still time for them to figure things out. There's still time for Puig to have an even bigger impact than he's having already right now.
Push.
Ricky Puig. Sorry, I just had like that to the end. Mind fart. Sorry, guys.
Edgar, in 2005, there was also that X factor that the Galaxy had, and I don't know if you want to compare a Landon Donovan to Ricky and what he can do.
I mean,
they're gonna say El Pando.
No,
Bando
that's
is...
gonna be Cabral.
That was the X
Bando's
factor, bro.
Cabral.
That's gonna be Cabral in the MLS Cup.
Pando's Cabral.
Yeah. I mean, in the Galaxy sitting in 8th place with 40 points. Corner of the Galaxy had mentioned that 48 is the magical number.
No, they think it could be 52.
It could be, but if that's the number that we're looking for, it'd be 2 wins and a tie in the last 5 games. Is that possible, gentlemen?
Yeah, I'm telling you right now, I'm starting to see that Vanny has a plan, right? And just something isn't clicking. If suddenly it just starts clicking, you never know.
Well, it started clicking when you brought in a player who's offensively creative in that midfield.
Imagínate
But
las
who would've
cosas
thought?
chingonas.
Hey,
How about the
No.
let's do the awards and then talk about the last 3 games and what we think.
all right, cool.
Do
Let's
it.
go. Some awards. Let's start off with the Game Is Off.
Me.
I'm gonna say BJ.
There was no BJs this weekend.
No, there
No
wasn't.
BJs this weekend.
No BJ's Eddie?
Chewy?
What?
Any BJs this weekend?
Nah.
Why'd you guys go to Tennessee then? The fuck?
Stupid ass. Oh my god. By the way, BJ's are the extra bad award we give. The bad job.
The Bad
award.
Job Award.
Yeah.
Who did a bad job this weekend?
Nah. There's no BJ's.
You know what? Cabral.
No, he
Damn.
Because it's not his Game Is Off. That's his game.
gets. So you just got, just for that play.
Oh,
Just for that play. Bad job.
All right, fuck it. I'll go with that. So let's go with Gio. Then your Gio is it gonna be who's it gonna be?
Cabral again. He gets double.
He gets double. Okay.
He gets a double.
All right. I'm
It's
gonna
the
go
first time ever.
Oh, the first time. Congrats, Cabral.
double winner. I'm gonna go with Chicha. Not the overall game, but just now what's been happening with the PKs and how important these games are becoming, and it's the lack of being a leader there. Him not giving up that ball. I understand the redemption. I understand he's confident, but he has to understand what these points mean, and he knows he's been doing this long enough. His career, he's had a long career, and part of that is being bad at PKs, and he should know that, especially in big situations. So that's why I'm gonna go with Chicha.
Cabral.
Edgar.
It's tough to decide between Cabral and Chicha because, like we said, with Cabral, it's becoming like a running theme now.
Well, you have
this is who he is.
You have a BJ you
But-
can give though.
Oh yeah, he definitely gets the VJ, man. I mean, it's terrible. I mean, like I said, even when the guys that cover college football talk about what a bad job you're doing, then you know you're doing something wrong. But yeah, I hate to say it has to be Chicharito because I guess it's a spillover from the Kansas City game too, because that still stings, man. It's especially if we get down to like the last game of the season and things aren't resolved yet, and you look back at what could have been.
Seriously.
That's gonna really weigh heavily.
Yeah.
But the fact that, like I said, a good leader isn't afraid to delegate. I mean, whether he steps up and scores that penalty or not, isn't going to change like what he's done so far for this team. He's done a lot. So for him to say, "Hey, Vasquez or Joveljic or I mean, who was on at the time? I mean,
It was
could've been
Brugman and Vasquez.
Brugman, Vasquez, maybe even Puig, right? Hey, take the shot. I believe in you guys. I know I could do it, but I really have faith in you guys. And not only does that keep you a lot of confidence because you're confident enough to admit what your failures are or what your weaknesses are, but you're giving somebody else the opportunity to step up, and that gives your teammates, it makes them feel good because it means you trust in them, and that builds camaraderie. But after what happened, man, that makes your mistakes even stand out even more. So his game has been off the last two games, and unfortunately, even though he scored those 2 goals against Kansas City,
Yeah.
this one,
You know
wow,
what?
God.
You know what sucks too for him, at least, and I think for Galaxy fans as
Because
well.
he's been on fire.
That-
To be
that-
honest, he's been on fire.
What Edgar said. Imagine we're on the outside looking in. We miss the playoffs by a point. The Galaxy don't pick up Chicha's option. Fans are just gonna look back at that.
But it's you can't just blame that
I know
game
that.
with the
I know that.
Palenka,
You can't
right?
blame the whole season
Or the
on-
failed Lenka.
but they're gonna.
That's the one that's gonna stand out.
It's gonna stand out.
Damn, but
Not just that one,
Chicha's part of
this
the
one.
reason why we're here.
No, I know, but fans. Not all fans think that
It's
way.
not. They always think about the bad
such a-
shit.
It's such like a vital moment and such a like we're in the middle of turning our season around.
Yeah.
That's why I think that stands out so much, and why fans will continue to look back at that.
It's not just that the game against Kansas City. It's like the penalty he missed here too. This is big, because maybe if he scores, or maybe somebody else steps up and scores this penalty. It changes the whole course of the game.
Yep.
And Galaxy, doesn't have that situation at the end where Puig has to step up and convert in the 94th minute. But scoring a goal at that point of the game could have completely changed the momentum of the game. And Nashville, who hasn't given up a goal in a while, all of a sudden they're like, "Oh my God, we're not used to being scored on." And all of a sudden, Galaxy has them on their heels and breaks them down. Floodgates might have opened. You never know what could happen in a situation like that. However, they get a huge boost. I mean, like you said, Chewy, the response was positive. Everybody was cheering, right? and their players feel good. You know, Joe Willis feels fantastic. I mean, and that really hurts us. So all these things, it's like things pile on top of each other, and Chicha's at the bottom of it. So
Joe
Deal,
Willis
buddy.
was already pumped by stopping what's his face, Cabral. He's like, yeah,
Yeah,
he
because
ain't
that's so
gonna
hard
shit.
to do. Let's go.
Honorable mention.
What about Chewy?
Chewy. Who you got as your game
he
is
said
up?
Cabral.
Oh yeah, he did.
oh
say
yeah, that's
Cabral.
right. That Cabral, that's right.
The honorable mention. The You've Got Hartman Award.
Let me see. I want to. You know what? You guys are gonna pick Vasquez, so I'm gonna go with Brugman. Brugman is just that guy's a beast.
He's a fucking gem.
Yeah,
Along with Delgado. Oof.
Yeah.
I love that.
I love watching him play. So, yeah.
But I will agree with your pick for me. Because Vasquez has been, I don't want to say amazing, because he's had some stinkers throughout the years. But from what he started and from all the crap that I personally had gave him, saying on this show that there is no way we will get anywhere if this man is our starting cam, which is true, still true. For some reason, just being around Ricky Poos and whatever it has, it's given him a new
Fountain of Youth.
something. Rhino pills, whatever it is. Vasquez has been on something, and I'm not opposed to it. I like it. I won't say love it, because I still have my doubts about him, but this man gets the Hartman Award for me, just because he's been pretty solid these last couple games. What about
Yeah,
you guys?
if you're a nerd like me, man, and you're a Star Wars guy, and you watch that Obi-Wan Kenobi series, this is like watching Vasquez, because he goes from being like this old guy, and all of a sudden he gets like this challenge, and he's stepping up to it big time. So but as far as my Heartman, I'm gonna. Oh my God, my mind went blank. Sorry,
It's
guys.
there.
Oh, sorry. Here we go. I'm giving it to Jonathan Bond. I don't think he's getting the credit that he deserves in this game. Like I said, Nashville, they took a lot of shots. 10 shots, 2 of them were on goal. Unfortunately, one of them was the penalty, and Hani Mukhtar stepped up. He's a beast. He's one of the beasts in the MLS, and he buried it. But the rest of the time, Bond was doing everything he could to try to limit the damage. He even came out in one play where it looked like Nashville could have had an opportunity, and he ran out. And we're always scared to see him play with his feet, right? Because he's not good in the air and he's not good with his feet. But he stepped up and he got did what he had to do to get the ball out of the area. So I got to give it to Bondi. I think he did enough to deserve a clean sheet, but fortunately Derek Williams didn't want that.
The Harlem Globetrotters.
Alley-oop me.
That's fucked up. That's
Chewy,
funny, though.
who you
He's-
got as your
Hold
honorable
on,
mention?
this way said I'm not. I'm not good in the air. I'm not good on my feet, but I'm good at other stuff. That's literally what fucking Edgar just said about Bond. That's like sorry.
Chewy, who you got as your honorable mention?
I'm gonna give it back to someone I haven't given it in a while. Fucking Julian played solid. He tried a shot.
I mean, he played better whoever started over him. That's for sure.
He didn't get scored on. That weird ball towards the keeper, I don't even think he should have been the last man. Whoever he was helping, fucked up.
Yeah, that's the trending thing with this LA Galaxy team. It always seems that Bond has to bail this defense out. It wasn't like that in the beginning of the season, but after Koulibaly got that injury again, it just seems that Bond is taking a lot of the punishment. And yeah, good for Bondi.
Good for Bondi. Bondi's a winner.
Bondi's always a winner.
A lot of Bond hasn't gotten a lot of credit. You know how like last season he had the Bond girls and he had Bond, and all that other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people
That was
have
all
gotten
you,
so
Edgar.
used. A lot of people have forgotten what a good goalkeeper he is. I think we've just gotten used to him. Like, it's Bond. Yeah, he'll be okay.
No, but
it's not like
he had his moments. That's
he's
why.
had his moments, but he's not a liability. Is what I'm saying.
Unless it's in the air or the ball on his feet.
Yeah, but it's good at other stuff.
He's good at other stuff. They're really good at other stuff. All right, gentlemen. And now for the most prestigious award in all of
Overall.
MLS. Prestige. Why?
This is a sweep, right?
Your next standing player of the match. Yes, it's a fucking sweep. It better be a sweep. Costa, let's go, baby.
I was gonna say Grand Sir, but okay.
Yeah, Ricky Puig. How is it not?
Yeah, of course.
Yep.
We're spoiled, boys.
Spoiled boys for the win. 92% rating. In all of the match, he was the most utilized player with 10% usage on him. Steps up in the last minute of the game to take a PK and buries it.
Imagine if we
And
had,
he's mad?
imagine,
Ricky
imagine,
Puig mad?
imagine
What?
we had him and an innocent Pavon.
Oh.
Innocent
Oh my gosh. Oh my lord. What would have been? What could have been? And with Zlatan here, you're gonna tell me you couldn't have these three players right now, dude? Right now we're just playing what ifs
Yeah.
because we're fucking mad. But imagine Pavon, Puig, Zlatan, and Jelly Van Dam. Oh,
Nah.
Now you're mixing too much.
Yeah, you're
at this
mixing
point.
too much.
Yeah, dude, give me Eduardo Hurtado if that's the case. Yeah, knocking people around.
but yeah, we are spoiled.
No, but yeah, of course it's Ricky Puig. I mean, the kid, he's the real deal.
He
And
is amazing, dude.
I do fear him being like, fuck this place, and he just leaves, and or another club sees him and fucking buys him the winner. And it's just a short-lived run here.
Well, there's a
I
lot of
hope not.
stuff. Yeah, I hope not either.
But he's that good.
The important thing about what the LA Galaxy have next season is that there's contracts expiring, and that they have DP slots to help this young man out. And I hope it's not Suarez, because that is not the move.
Nope. Not
We'll
with him.
we'll talk
Not
about
with
that
Bush.
later.
Yeah.
Not with Bush here.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later when the time comes around. But please, no Suarez. Please.
No Suarez.
Please.
Edgar, you going Ricky as well?
Yeah, I'm going Ricky Puig, man. I had a lot of other things I wanted to say about him, but it's impressive that he's doing a lot of the things that we had hoped Douglas Costa would be doing right off the bat. The fact, we expected Costa to be, not necessarily scoring goals, but to be an important piece of that offense where he would contribute passes and create plays and open up things for his teammates to facilitate attacking opportunities. And Puig is doing all that, and he's also becoming a leader. We're watching him becoming a leader. I mean, you look at him; he's taking initiative. And once again, Eddie, what does it say on your arm? What's tattooed on your arm?
Fortune favors the brave.
He's brave, fearless. He's got that 20-something fearlessness that a lot of us have had in the past. Our bodies are breaking down. But at one point, you felt like you're indestructible. He's like that right now, and as long as his teammates protect him and Galaxy make sure he doesn't get injured, this guy's going to be an impressive player to watch. So keep an eye on him, man, because hopefully he doesn't become too disappointed with the team as things wind down. But I really do think that they had enough to pull through for a playoff spot.
I hope. Chewy, who you got as your next standing?
Yeah, same. Same.
Yep.
That's easy.
He's really good.
It's really easy. He's too good, bro. And he has a good pairing in that
Yeah.
midfield to play with them.
All I gotta say is there's a reason he got that PK. There's a reason he looked good at the end.
Well, he kind of just took it on himself. He's like,
No,
fuck
but-
this. I'm going to put the team on my back. Let's get a point out of here.
Yeah, but who made that PK happen?
Zimmerman.
Zimmerman.
Exactly.
He said, lock me up, baby.
Exactly.
He said, "You ain't got nothing on me, Williams."
Hey guys, I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Since you guys were out there, and I hope you guys weren't too drunk to ask this question, but did any of the Nashville fans say anything about Puig or any other guys on the Galaxy? Because I remember when I traveled to Vancouver, and it wasn't a Galaxy game; it was a Vancouver versus Philly game. But people saw me wearing my Galaxy jersey, and they were asking me questions about the team. And I'm just curious to see if anybody in Nashville was saying anything about Ricky Puig or any of their Galaxy players to you guys.
No, not that I remember. I mean, besides
Obviously.
besides that, you know, but no.
Obviously.
No, I talked to a few fans, but it was mainly Chicha. I mean, they're Mexican, so
There you go.
What were they saying?
no, most of them because they want
Chingue
Chicha.
su madre.
They want Chicha in the in the Mexico team.
Yeah.
That was like the main topic of conversation.
There you go. Ryan, do we got any questions?
Let me check. You guys converse as I look up. Yes, we do.
How do we separate? That's the question.
That's
Alright,
stuff for off air.
Let's get some of these Instagram questions going.
Let's go.
Staying through chat. Has Chicha met any metrics to automatically pick up his option?
No.
The Galaxy has metrics.
I know. If anything,
Yeah, the jersey
these-
sales.
This team barely has a what is it called? Analytics department. Barely.
These guys play FIFA, and they're like, these are analytics right here.
Yeah, basically. Staying through chat also says R.I.P. PNB Rock. He got murdered earlier, right?
Yeah, I saw
man.
that footage.
West Coast. That sucks.
Whack. Young dude. Let me check here. Logan Jones. Do y'all see the rumors of Donovan and Robbie King connected to the Galaxy coaching?
I don't buy it. It's too early.
Edgar has said something earlier in the chat that is just for clickbait.
Yeah.
I agree with that 100%.
Yeah, you don't put that out there this early.
And-
the coach still has a job.
Yeah, and dude, let's be honest. Vanny's gonna get picked up for the third year. His junior year is gonna be a way better year than his freshman and sophomore.
Finally gets it.
He gets it, bro. I think so.
You know what's funny about that article? Because I've seen it so many times before in journalism, and that's why I said it's just clickbait. It's just somebody stirring the pot. It's because in the article itself, it states like, yeah, you know, these are the two guys that, you know, are candidates, and at the end it says like, well, Robbie Keane doesn't have a lot of experience, and then Donovan is locked in with San Diego right now, and he's invested heavily in this team, but you never know. And I'm like, shut the hell up, man. Come back when you have some solid evidence instead of just trying to like write some stupid article because you got nothing else to write about in this day.
Yeah. Logan Jones also says that it was by the only Chris on Twitter that broke the Puig rumors.
Oh, I saw the AS.
Yeah, but I mean, why would you want to stir up the pot like that right now? When I think like you said, I think Vanny has something. It's just, I think in year 3, if we're patient and if the front office does their due diligence in picking the right designated players to come to the LA Galaxy, I think we'll be fine.
Yeah, it's just a slow week. That's why they
Yeah.
put that out.
Jeffrey Reese. Can we tie our way into playoffs? No, sir. We need
No, yeah, you
at
can't.
least 3 wins. At least.
That's funny.
The minimum thing. Out of these 5 last games, we need at least 3. We need to go beat Vancouver, which I think if they could beat Vancouver, they'll go on a streak to win the rest of the way to the playoffs.
Damn. That's bold. I don't think so though.
But they need to beat Vancouver. A team who's on a losing streak, by the way. Ah,
Hey,
fuck.
You know what we
Why
like
the
about
fuck did I
streaks?
mention a
Yeah,
streak?
why'd
God
you-
damn it.
Why'd you even bring that up?
Fuck. Alright, never mind.
You know what team likes changing streaks?
Yeah.
He also asked, "Are you fools still drunk?" Yes, they are.
I think Brian's the one now.
About to. Tony, be real. Greg's exhausted his excuses as to why he plays Cabral. Why he still justifies playing him. Because that's the guy that he picked up, and he's just trying to mask his fuck up, I think.
Yeah, man.
You know what? You guys want to know what I think is going on? I think he's trying to protect Cabral's confidence at this point.
Or his stock, if somebody else is trying to look at him.
Yeah, because you guys were discussing earlier about like, wow, you know, I wish we could unload Efra, too bad he's not getting minutes. Well, I wish we could unload Cabral, but he is getting minutes. So maybe Vanny's like, damn it, let's give this guy some minutes. Maybe he'll score and unload him at the end of the season. But I think at the same time, he's also trying to safeguard his confidence because, yeah, it was a bit. It's a big deal for him to come to the U.S. as a DP,
Yeah.
and things haven't gone the way we all expected, we all hoped. A lot of people are really hard on him, us included. I mean, we're not gonna say that we've been gentle with him the way we've been talking about
Yeah.
him. But if you're Cabral, I mean, you're not completely deaf and mute to all the stuff that swirls around you. You know that you're not doing well on your own, and if you ever take a dip into Twitter and you see what people are saying about you,
He doesn't
at
know
such
how
a
to
young
read
age-
English.
He
that's why
does.
he can
Translate.
Yes, he
click the
does.
Google Translate button.
Yeah,
too.
he could, dude.
He
And
can click Google Translate because even like MLS France, I mean LA Galaxy France, that Twitter.
oh yes,
they
give
they
him
do
shit.
diss him from time to time too.
Yep,
So.
they do. That's kind of whack though, dude. He's a young kid. I know he wants this as a profession.
It's just a DP tag, bro. It comes
Yeah.
with it.
Yeah,
Like if
You're
Necro was a
100%
DP, we'd be really hard on him right now. I mean, we joke about him, but if imagine if I had a hit for some reason, Galaxy was like, "Hey, Zlatan says this guy's good. Let's give him a DP contract," and then we're like, watching him right now, he's not even getting minutes. We're like, "Damn it!"
yeah. Well, it comes with the territory. Should have known. And I guess at this point, Vanny's just got to bite the bullet and see how they can move him, right? You would hope.
I would hope so.
Staying through chat also asks, "What's your B team lineup?" I don't think this team has a B team. Oh,
We are
speaking
a
of B team,
we are a B team.
yeah, the fact that Aguirre hasn't shown up in these last two games is kind of strange, isn't it? I would have thought that a player who's been playing pretty well, how he has, would have gotten some minutes in this stretch of away games, at least.
Probably on Wednesday.
No, it's because of his position, right? He came in because there was no Delgado. I forgot what else happened.
Dude,
in the situation.
right now you could have subbed him out for
Yeah,
Vasquez.
I get it, but like
Nah.
you said, Vasquez is not doing bad. You have all your midfielders bad. It's just that particular position is kind of stacked. So I see why. I see why he doesn't.
But these young kids are hungry.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
still, no, I get it.
Vanny has a tough job. That's all I'm gonna say. He does have a tough job. As much shit as we give him, and to everything that Edgar was saying about Vanny, somewhat coddling Cabral's overall worth. It's a tough job. Vanny's just trying his best, and like Eddie said earlier, he does see the vision.
I started to see it.
Yeah, and hopefully year 3. Hopefully.
Damn,
Clown
it took a
makeup.
trip.
Clown makeup. Let's go, baby.
Damn it,
Champions.
it took a trip to Nashville and a lot of alcohol for you to start seeing the vision.
Damn.
Damn.
How good was that whiskey out there?
It made him see the vision.
It made me believe in Vanny. That's how good it was.
All right. So that's all we have. Thank you to everybody who submitted questions and or comments.
All right.
Hey Eddie,
Yes, sir.
so something special happened on Friday, right? Can you tell me what it was?
Flight.
No. What day was it?
Oh, it was Dejan Day. I was so confused. Like, what the fuck is he talking about?
Come
Not
on,
only
Eddie.
is that day
You gotta
Dejan
sing it
Day.
now. You gotta sing it. Now.
Can't.
Do it, Eddie.
I'm so tired.
Do it.
Eddie.
Do
Come on, Eddie.
it. Do it. Do it. Do it.
Just
Do
because you
it.
forgot, man. Now Dan's gonna come to you in your nightmares. He's
Let's
gonna
go.
be like, "Come on,
Yep.
bitch."
Hey.
You know what today is? Dejan Day. We totally
It's
missed
not
that.
just a 9-9, man. It's every day.
Every day is Dejan Day.
Every day is Dejan. But more specifically,
September 9th.
September 9th. That's what we drank. We were out there celebrating Dejan Day. That's the start of the whole thing.
Dejan Day.
In case you guys missed it, I put it up on Twitter, and he retweeted it, and man, he was having fun with it because a lot of people jumped on and were like retweeting it and liking it, and I was like, damn, okay.
Yeah,
A lot of Serbians loved it.
if you're a nerd like us, you would understand that. We'll leave it at that.
Yep.
Dejan Day.
Does anybody have a Dejan fact? they would like to share?
No.
Anything about
No.
Tennessee or Dejan? And whiskey with Dejan? Brushes his teeth with whiskey? No.
with whiskey. There you go. Instead of mouthwash, he uses whiskey.
Yeah. I mean, he does use vodka as clear eyes, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
Vodka's clear eyes. Crazy ass. Oh my god.
But if you got any Dejan facts,
I
please
heard-
send it our way. Nah?
I heard
Not today?
I heard
How about this
whiskey.
one?
I heard whiskey needs a chaser.
I heard that
For
Deion
Dejan.
makes I heard that Deion makes One Direction go the other way.
Yeah,
There
let's
you
go. All right, we're out of here.
Cool. We'll
Let's
take
get the
that.
fuck out of here.
But, real quick,
Yes.
not get into it. It's getting late. We can do the what is it called? Twitter space.
Twitter space.
2 questions.
Yes.
We win on Wednesday. And
Do we make playoffs?
do we make playoffs?
That would be the discussion on the Twitter space.
Yeah, but what do you do right now going in?
Do we win Wednesday? Yes. Do we make playoffs? Yes.
Oh, yeah. Joey,
Yes and yes.
Edgar.
We don't win on Wednesday.
Ooh.
We're getting a draw. Another frustrating draw against Vancouver, who has a history of playing us good in Vancouver.
Yeah, they do.
So I'm just being honest, man. That's just the way I see it. This is why I was really hopeful that, I mean, not hopeful. This is why I was so upset that Galaxy couldn't win in Nashville when they had that chance to, because away at Vancouver's hard, and then they follow that up against Colorado, who always plays as well. And when was the last time Galaxy beat Colorado? I can't remember. But Robin Fraser, he was one of Vanny's mentors when they were both playing for LA Galaxy.
Mhm.
So anything that Vanny knows, Fraser knows it too. And then after that, we get the Smurfs on the road. And if you guys have been following that on Twitter, it's funny because they're selling tickets for the L and the double L section. Because they want to send LA to the L. Have you guys seen that at all?
Don't matter.
Nope.
They're gonna catch
It's
these
really
hands.
silly.
Nah. Just kidding.
So-
I don't fight.
Okay, so I think Vancouver is a draw. I
Okay.
think Galaxy. Oh my God! If Galaxy beats Colorado, wow! I think that might also be a draw. Then Galaxy has to beat San Jose.
Yep.
They absolutely have to. I mean, Cincinnati embarrassed them recently. I think that the Smurfs are falling apart, and then they get the real big challenge of RSL.
Wait, hold on. What was the question? I just said yes and yes, and now I feel like I
we
didn't
think-
understand the
Oh,
question.
does
Hold on.
Galaxy, win on the next against Vancouver, and then do we make the playoffs?
Oh,
And I'm just going down the list, as far as will we make the playoffs. I said no, we don't get the win. We got to draw. I think if they do make it, man, it's gonna come down to the decision. They have
Don't
to
say
be
that. Don't say
they,
that.
they have to beat San Jose. They absolutely have to beat San Jose. And if they somehow manage to beat Colorado, that's gonna be big. But it's gonna come down to Houston.
All right, my turn. No and no.
No.
damn.
I'll
Lose
Save
in Vancouver.
it, I'll save it for Twitter space.
Okay. Cool.
No and no.
One thing I do. Well, okay, are we good? Everybody's good.
Yeah, let's get some sleep.
I just want to mention next weekend, Saturday at the Digs. It's
Oh.
Central American Night,
Yes.
hosted by Abja. Hey, we made it another night. So everybody's welcome. You don't have to be necessarily Central American. You could be whatever background. As long as you come hang out, you good.
Give us some Central American, Brian.
I don't know. I was gonna do the reggaeton paper.
So let's just say something.
Jue la gran puta, como
There you
mierda.
go.
All right, let's go.
Made me sing, asshole. Dance, monkey, dance.
Nambe.
All right, guys. Thank you for being on. With
What's
us
up
here
with
live.
Edgar's frozen picture right now?
Thank you for being here live with us, guys. We really appreciate
Easy.
it. And we got on this late Monday night because we were out there traveling.
Yeah.
But we do what we can. We get on here. This is probably irresponsible because we all got to go to work, and I hadn't even done my laundry. So, yeah. Good looking out, everyone. Make sure to like, share. If you're listening to it on the streams later, make sure to jump on the live chat. where people tell Edgar to shut up, which is funny. That's why I was laughing. I'm sorry, Edgar.
Wait, what?
So I asked the question. I'm like, wait.
If you're trying to find me on any social media, you can find me as Eddie Nags altogether. No more whiskey. Right.
You can find me as Bryant Nags on Twitter and Instagram. Also, follow News Across the Galaxy on Twitter. That way you guys can get posted about the live space that we do. We're going to try to go on before the match against Vancouver. Maybe we get some of the other podcasters to join us and maybe give us their 2 cents on the match. And yeah, stay tuned. Chewy?
You guys can find me as Chavez JA Chavez Ha on my social media.
Edgar?
You can find me as Edgar Nags on Twitter.
All right. And then make sure to go visit our page as well. Edgar's awesome article is still there.
Yes.
This could be the last time we see the community kit on Wednesdays. So
That is correct.
Yeah.
make sure you read that article.
NagTV.com.
No,
That is
Yeah, that-
NagTV.
that sounds that sounds wrong.
.com.
That sounds wrong.
It is.
Now that I'm-
What's our website?
That's,
No, it is.
That's a website.
It is.
NagTV.com.
Fuck, I'm terrible.
Or newsacrossthegalaxy.com.
No, NagTV sounds cooler.
Nag TV.
NagTV.com.
You are now watching Nag TV.
And yeah,
MLS
check out the article. It's a really good article.
MLS is having a sale on the community kit right now, by the way.
Oh, there you go. Brian, you don't even have one.
I don't have. I have the long sleeve one. I don't have the 5-star.
Yeah, the authentic
Original.
one's on sale right now at
Ooh.
MLSsoccer.com.
Perfect. We'll cop that.
check it out.
There you go.
Let's go cop that.
All right. Again, thank you everyone for watching on this late Monday night. We're gonna get up out of here because we need to get some sleep.
Yes.
For Bryant, Chewy, Edgar, my name's Eddie. We're gonna get up out of here till next time.
Keep on nagging, baby.
Keep on nagging.
Boop, 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 ba, doop, ba, doop,
Keep
boop, ba,
on
doop, ba, doop, ba,
nagging.
doop, ba, doop.